The narcissist as they age. What happens to them? Hey everyone, and welcome back to our video. What happens to narcissists as they get older, and how does that affect the people who still have to deal with them? This is a topic that many of you may be able to relate to. I think we can all agree that none of us really enjoy getting older. But for the most part, we try to handle it with kindness and understanding. We love seeing our kids become adults and a chance to take it easy and enjoy life's little moments. But getting older is hard for narcissists in a different way. They spent their whole lives living in a dream world they made up, where they are the star of the show and are always looking for approval and praise from other people. But as they get older, the way other people see them doesn't always match up with their increased sense of self-worth. When people get tired of being lied to and manipulated, the selfish supply they need runs out. The narcissist's real self feels bad about themselves and shamed, which makes them act even worse. We're going to look at what that looks like today. Welcome to our channel if you're new. But before we start, I want to say hello and invite you to join. Please click that bell to make sure you never miss an update. Every week we add new videos. Let's jump right in. Number 1. Increasing the use of manipulative methods. Narcissists' deceptive behavior often gets worse as they get older, becoming more sophisticated and sneaky. Even though they are naturally very manipulative, they keep getting better at it over time, becoming true pros at psychological manipulation. They spend all of their free time making trouble in the lives of those around them because they are bored and have extra time on their hands. This means that influence techniques like stonewalling, triangulation, projection, and deflection are used more often. Their goal is to make things harder and more stressful for the people they care about by using their years of experience and extra time to control things to their benefit. Number 2. Making delusional thinking and paranoia worse. More and more often, narcissists' delusions and anxiety get much worse as they get older. Although narcissists often have an anxious personality, this tendency gets worse with age. Because they are aware of how dishonest and manipulative they can be, they deeply fear others. This makes them paranoid. People who are paranoid start to think that everyone and everything is working together against them to hurt or take advantage of them. This increased paranoia can make them suspicious of people, cultures, companies, and political groups for no good reason. This can put a lot of stress on their relationships with others and make them feel even more alone. Third, prejudice and bigotry are getting worse. A lot of narcissists form deeply held racist beliefs and attitudes early in life, seeing other people with a sense of superiority and contempt. These biased views often get stronger and more extreme as people age, because they need to protect their inflated sense of self-importance. Narcissists may become more and more hostile and prejudiced against people or groups that they see as less important or dangerous to their ego. Their bias gets stronger and more pervasive as they get older, whether it shows up as sexism, homophobia, racism, religious intolerance, or extreme political views. They use discrimination to put down, discourage, and demonize other people, which feeds their skewed sense of being better than others and entitled. Fourth, emotional abuse getting worse. Narcissists often become more likely to abuse others emotionally as they get older, and the abuse can get worse as well. This rise in abusive behavior is caused by a number of things, such as a narcissist's decreasing supply of narcissistic pleasure and the narcissistic pain this causes to their weak ego. As narcissists get older, they may not get as much of the admiration, attention, and approval they need. This can make them feel more vulnerable and less important. When this happens, they try to keep their emotions in check by abusing others to control and dominate them. When narcissists can't control their emotions, they may take out their anger and frustration on those around them, putting their own feelings of self-loathing and insecurity onto those they hurt. This can show up as different kinds of mental abuse, like yelling at them, controlling them, gaslighting them, or making them feel bad about themselves. The goal is to fix the narcissistic harm they've taken and boost their sense of control and dominance. After a fit of anger, narcissists may quickly return to a cool and collected attitude, as if the emotional turmoil they caused others didn't bother them. This quick change from being angry to being calm can be confusing and disorienting for their victims, who may not know what to make of the sudden change in behavior. Narcissists don't care about how their actions affect others in the long term. They expect the people they've hurt to quickly move on and get back to normal. I remember how confusing narcissistic behavior can be when I think about my own experiences with my father's sudden outbursts, followed by an eerie silence. Abuse by narcissists leaves deep emotional scars on people, especially children who have to deal with the rough emotional terrain that it creates. Third, horrible desperation. It's easier to see how desperately narcissists want to feel good about themselves as they get older. Their carefully constructed exterior starts to fall apart, showing how badly broken their mind is and how manipulative they really are. Their crazy and irrational views get even stranger and less based in reality over time. This shows that they are very far removed from the rules of rational thought. The narcissists' efforts to control others become more obvious and weak as they get older, since their lies and tricks don't work anymore. As their need for power grows, they try harder and harder to change how other people see them and their lives. No matter how hard they try, they can't hide their inner turmoil and dissatisfaction, which shows up as fits of fear and anger. It's sad to see how desperately they're trying to keep up the appearance of power and authority while they struggle with losing control over other people. They can't look at themselves or take responsibility for their actions, so they hold on to a skewed picture of themselves as a hero, victim, or martyr, telling lies to justify their actions and feel good about themselves. As narcissists' control weakens, they become more angry and unhappy because they think they've lost power and are being harmed. They are becoming more dependent on others and feeling more needy, which shows their deepest fears and fragility and breaks down the image of strength and confidence they once put on. Thanks for reading this and joining me as I look into the interesting aspects of narcissistic behavior, especially how it changes over time. If you thought this discussion was interesting and made you think, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth looks into psychology and human behavior. Please leave a comment below with your thoughts, experiences, or any questions you may have. Your participation is very important for the growth of our group. Your thoughts enrich our conversations and make other people feel like they are being heard and understood. Don't forget to share this video with family, friends, or anyone else who could use some help understanding how complicated selfish behavior can be, especially when it comes to getting older. We can raise knowledge about narcissistic people and help others understand how they feel by working together. Finally, don't forget to turn on alerts so you never miss our new posts. Thank you for being a part of our community. Until next time, remember to look after yourself and each other.